What up, what up, what up, fam? What's going on? Everybody, I'm moving some stuff around here. Hope everybody's enjoying this Thursday evening. It's 5:40 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's super hot outside. You guys all seen the title to this. You guys have all seen my post. I had a post last week that had well over 350 comments. I'm looking to get a free device that creates passive income for your business or for your house. Grew over 2,700 affiliates very quickly with little effort, to tell you the truth. And something really about the affiliate part of it. A lot of people get into online marketing and try to figure out how to make money, and they go to these videos. The videos are telling them how they're going to be rich, and tomorrow how they're going to drive a helicopter and fly a helicopter and drive a Ferrari, and it just never happens. But it sucks them in. They blow a lot of money. It's done. Well, I got a free device. This isn't just for people in online marketing. It could be you if you work an hourly job. No big deal. This is something you place in your house, and it creates passive income for you. Passive income, like nothing really. And your neighbors probably have it right now, and you don't even know it. Okay. So a lot of you have seen my post. I was going to come here and I was going to, create a live Zoom, which I'm doing right now. I'm going to ask for you guys to give me your address, or if you don't not comfortable with the address, you guys can give me your place of the city you live in, and we can look around your area to see who has these hotspots and what those things have been generating. Disclaimer: not every hotspot generates the same. Some of them are different depending if there's a lake around you, hills, mountains. Obviously, Manhattan, right? You have a lot of buildings, so not everyone's the same. You'll see they're all changing. So don't, just because one of them may be making a certain amount does not mean that the one in your house will make that amount. But we'll show you what the neighbors are doing. So if you're not comfortable with giving me your address here, you can always down below, you could text in free to 844-921-2100, and I will send you. It shouldn't say to register, it should say to qualify. And let me see if I can edit that really quick here. To qualify. There we go. Now let's see. Yes, to qualify. Because not every single house is going to get a free one. Like, you can't get 10 free ones in your house because you don't need one. You can't get a free one and then your neighbor gets a free one because it wouldn't really do anything. These things need to be around 1,000 feet away from each other in order to talk. And if you're not familiar with what I'm saying, you're going, well, what is this? What's it all about? Let me go ahead and share my screen, and we will get into it. Okay. I'm going to share this screen right here. Boom. All right. It's sharing this screen, obviously. So I'm going to go into, it's called Helium Track. So what this is going to do is it's going to show you everywhere in the whole United States, in Europe, in Australia, in Japan, everywhere. It's going to show you where these miners are. Okay, so everywhere you see a gray hexagon means that there is a miner in, or 2 or 3 in the hexagon. If you go to the Los Angeles area, or if you go to like the New York area, you can see it's just super, super heavy. But this is because we're out right now, right? And it kind of looks like a Verizon coverage map back in the days. And actually, I seen one on today. I was watching the Angels play, and we won, by the way. And it showed like T-Mobile against Verizon, and it was like, who has the most coverage? Well, that's what we're doing as well, except we're trying to cover it for the IoT, the Internet of Things. And in the there's a quick, it's 6 minutes. Or 6 videos that are 1 minute long that I put in my last. What's up, Mark? What's going on, buddy? That is in my. Here, let me copy this. Mark, what city do you live in, brother? Let's go and let's do yours first. I want to see. I want to see what city you live in. Let's see if we can pull up your city and see if there's any of these hotspots in your area. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the video. I don't know where the video's at. Anyways. Cool. So I'm going to, there's videos. I want to paste the video comment. Oh, Shakopee. All right, cool. Shakopee, where's Shakopee at, Mark? Is that Minnesota? Okay, 800 First Ave, West Shakopee Avenue. Let's go ahead and put your address in here. If I click on this bad boy right here, this is going to bring up cool. Look at this, man. It shows in the Shakopee area. Obviously, this is Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. There's a lot of them in here. All right. If you look in the Shakopee area, there's a lot that are getting that are planned. So all these blue ones that you see, these are all iHub. These are all of our affiliates that are working to cover the whole entire globe with these hotspots. Okay. These hotspots right here, this big, these ones right here, okay, looking to cover the whole globe. And right now, where this house is, Mark, it looks like you are in a good spot. I mean, I don't see any that are in your area. You got some. There's a planned one over here. You have one that's already on. Anywhere that it's green, that means that it's already on. That there's one that's already lit up in your area, so it's already mining helium. And I will post all this stuff shortly into the into the chat to let you guys know like exactly what mining helium is. And a lot of people are afraid of something they don't know, but it's simply that device that is showing you that you put in. It's a cryptocurrency that it mines, and it's passive income. You make some passive income from that free device. Now, if you live in a good area like Mark, this looks like a pretty decent area here because you got two that are here. Now, if you were to fill out, if you were a go-getter as well, and you filled out these areas, this is already filled out. There's already one going to be here. There's one that's going to be here. I think if you put one in, you'd be pretty good. I mean, let's just see what these ones are generating that are already in your area. Now, some of them, as I mentioned, they all change with how much they generate. Now, if you have this thing right here, just plugged in like I do right now, it's not going to talk to many people. It has this small little antenna on it, right? But if you were to buy that, which is like $50-$60, that antennas that are big, then you're going to mine a lot. But this one still, it's mined 14.7 in the last 30 days. 14.7 helium. The price of the helium right now is at $13.18. So 13 times 14. You guys could do the math at exactly what it's made in the last 30 days. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And in your area here, Mark, if you want to, when we're done with this, is I will plan the hotspot here for you, and then I will send you an assessment on exactly, and it'll tell you, and you'll be able to claim it, and your little blue dot will pop up where you're at right here. And as you can tell, all these blue dots are popping up already. So that means that very shortly, they're going to start sending out these free devices to people like you, and you will get to make some passive income as well. Yeah, there is a lot around this area. There's a lot of blue around this area. I mean, you could tell our affiliates are putting in some work. Look at it. Somebody just blanketed this bad boy right here, right? Just blanketed it right here. So anybody else here? Anybody else that is watching this that wants to see if maybe you're in a good area? Because I can tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, man, somebody is completely taking over the Brooklyn Park area, Maple Grove. Holy moly, somebody's going to be making a ton of passive income. So if you were to live in an area like right here, that there's no gray area, or here, or here, or here, right, where there's no gray, and you lived in this area, you would probably be one of the first ones to get one of these free hotspots. Now, there's only about 150,000. They're saying it's about 20,000 are going to come a month because there's a chip shortage. So right now there's a chip shortage. If you go to your local car dealership, you're going to tell there's only 25%, if that, of cars that are there. And that's because of the chip shortage. It's nothing to do with anything else. Not to do with mining, not to do with iHub, not to do with our devices, none of that stuff. It's because of a chip shortage. So as we're getting the chips coming, iHub has an exclusive deal, and they're getting them first, basically. And they're sending them out to people that are going to make the most money, right? That their house, their location is going to make the most money, the high score, right? So if you lived in this area right here, this is a good one. Look, or imagine if you live right here, you're making a ton of passive income. Okay, so that is that. So we have somebody else. So Audrey, so here's your address. Let me put your address in right here. Looks like you live in Missouri. So I'm gonna go ahead and boom, click that guy. So you live in this area right here, right? And obviously there's nothing around you. So that doesn't mean that you cannot that you cannot get one of these guys. Because if you look over here in Kansas City, there's a lot, right? Also, there's a lot of blue guys that are in here. So if you, or maybe if you had some nephew or a niece or somebody in the 20s, and you wanted to say, hey, I want you to go door to door in this area right here, and I want you to go and put 6 of these around my area. This is, or 5 of these. This would mean that you would have a hot 6-pack, which means that iHub would then see these blue dots all around your area, knowing that you're building, and you will be one of the first ones, or the top of the list of people that will get a hotspot sent out. Now, just to check it out, you got this guy over here on State Highway 92. Let's just see what this guy has made. Now, he is by himself, so he has made 1.2 helium, 2.5 helium in the last 30 days. But I can tell you this much: they would be your best friend if you started building around this area, and then they became part of it. They would jump up a lot, right? So, my wife just texted me, told me she loves me. She probably did it on purpose. I'm gonna go and disturb things. So that's a great idea, Audrey's flyers. I am in the middle of making flyers for my team as well. You guys know how I am with the with flyers and text messaging and everything. That I'm gonna crush the flyer scene. I guarantee it. So we'll get with you guys on that shortly. All right, Rob Metz, your address. Let's see what you got. You are in Tampa. All right. Tampa, Florida. Boom. Look at this. Oh, I don't know where that went. So you are in a good spot. I mean, you're here. There's no other green ones that are lit up in your area. You have some cluster. You got some of these that are going on around here. Look at somebody already planned one here. It's not the best area to plan, but they did it. But if you were to even look, there's one right here too. You're in a good spot, brother. Let's just see Rob Metz. Let's click on this one that's closest to your house and see what that is mined in the last 30 days. So that one is mined 35.75 in the last 30 days. Now, another disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we get this for free is because the company basically fronts the cost for us. So we make 40% of whatever it generates. So if it generated 35.75 EN or HNT, we would make 75 times 14.3 HNT is what we would make ourselves, which isn't a bad day at the races, especially for something that you buy your way. But I guarantee that once these are built around your area and this guy maybe gets an antenna on his, you're going to be doing very, very well. So thank you for that, Rob Metz. What else do we have? Anybody else have a location? You don't have to give me your address. If you're not interested in giving me your exact address, you can give me a city, and we'll be able to pull up your city to see if there's anything that's around you. Because I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if Rob Metz was to live right in this area, or anybody lived in this area right here, they're going to be in a good spot because they're right next to this cluster. And the more we fill up, the more cluster that we make, the more that it mines. Okay. So what else we got here? Mike, I don't still here, not brother, but I know you're in Whittier. I am putting one in Grandma's house. You guys all, well, not you guys all, but Mike definitely knows where my grandma lives. And let me scroll over here to Las Vegas or to California. And by the way, Mike, if you don't mind, if maybe you want to throw, Ramona, Tacoma, Washington. All right. I'll come to you right now, Ramona. So right in here is where my grandmother lives. You can see where the purple is actually, because I've already put some in this area. Or not put, but I've gotten them reserved. So right here's where my grandma lives. Look at, she lives right next to these clusters. It's a perfect spot. I click to see where her closest neighbor has mined. Her closest neighbor mined 15.39 HT. That's probably because they didn't have a big antenna. This other close neighbor right here has mined 0.02. That is probably because they haven't had it for a while. And the same thing, they don't know what to do. They just get it, put it in their window or put it in the basement, and it doesn't mine anything. But I do know that there's a lot of money makers or a lot of HNT makers in this area, because that's why I put it here. There's 13. Let's go and click on this guy. That one's 152. So this one probably has a big antenna. So it's mined 152 HNT in the last 30 days. That one is a good one right there for sure. Okay. Let's go over to Tacoma, Washington. Tacoma. Tacoma. All right. So you can tell that somebody up here in Des Moines is putting their work in, by the way, Ramona. So they're going to get 20. Basically, what this is an affiliate that's putting their that's reserving it, and they get 20% off everything that these mine. So they're doing really, really well. But in Tacoma, there's not much, but that is a good thing because you live right next to a cluster that is well, you don't live anywhere. I don't know where. I mean, you do live somewhere, but I don't know exactly where you live. But say if you live right here, you're doing pretty good. If you live in this area right here, you're doing pretty good. Even if you live out here, it's no big deal because if you go and find 5 of the people that are around your area, look, there's a community college, you could find tons of college kids that want to put one in their dorm, right? Then you're be top of the list to get your hotspot. So you're in a not the most covered area, which is a good thing because you could be the person that covers this area and making 20% off every single one that's in here. So it's definitely good. Livermore, California, Joe and Ramona. If you want to send me your address separately, I can plan your hotspot, and then I can send you an assessment, and it'll tell you kind of what your neighbors are making, and it'll tell you it'll tell you kind of with in mind for sure. Okay. So Livermore and anybody else that's on here too, if you guys want me to plan a hotspot, but you don't want to even, if you're catching this replay and we're done, I'm not doing this, you can all message me your address. I'm already married with 5 kids, so I'm not going to come after you guys. Okay. And I'll plan it and I'll run an assessment and you'll be amazed from a free device. You definitely will be amazed. Okay. Livermore, California. Let's go, Joe. What do you say here, brother? All right. Look at you. So I'm going to assume that you live near a college, possibly. I mean, there's a ton right here. Is that like downtown? I don't know if that's a college, but that is a ton in that area. So you have one that's right. Well, I don't know if you live here or not. I mean, where your exact address is, but if your address was in this area right here, Joe, you're a high chance you're going to get a hotspot from iHub first because this is a high producing area. Right here, somebody locked this spot in. It's money. Another one would be money right here. This would be money right here. All these, I don't know if there's any houses right here or not. There's an airport here. But let's see what one of the ones that are in here is mining right now. So 1238. Once again, like I said, too, a lot of people, they got these things years ago before the chip shortage, and they just kind of put them in and they forgot about it. And it is what it is. They're happy with 16 HNT, but if you put that thing up on an antenna, it talks to all the other ones and it mines even more, which is money. So let's see here. This guy, let's see what this one is. And I see some of you sending me some messages with your addresses. I will not do it right now. When we're done here, I will run it and send you an assessment. I have you guys on Messenger and go from there. And by the way, the affiliate part of this is money. It's still free too, but anybody you bring in personally, you get 20%. So if somebody is mining 10 HNT, and which the average is 100 HNT, by the way, but let's just say it's 10, you would get 4 HNT. So 4 times $13. I mean, it's not much, but I just went really low. The average that they do is 100 HNT. So any other addresses here, any other cities that anybody wants me to look at, just to kind of take a look. And Joe, I'll tell you what, brother, if you live in this area or right in here, you got to get with me because it's free passive income, man. It's called a PIG, passive income generator. I mean, that's what this thing is called, is a PIG, because it's a passive income generator and it's free device. If you live in a good area, one of these right here, you're getting one. So hit me up for sure. All right, Toby. What's up, Toby? Tampa, Florida. We were just there. Let me see what we got here. Hold on. Let me see. Zoom into where? I can zoom in right here a little bit more. We're in one of these areas. Nothing. You know what? I'm actually on YouTube right now too. Let me see if there's any YouTube things right here. Okay, Roy's on. Cool. How many boxes can be in one of those areas? It's a good question. So it's a YouTube question coming in, guys and gals. And I don't there's you could go purchase these things. I think like on eBay or back in the days, you could tell all these were purchased right here, right? Let me get back in here. And you could tell there's like 15 in this area, but it's not going to benefit anybody. It's not going to, like right here, if you click on this guy, it's 2.25. So if you were to put all these together, these would all, if you only had one in here, it would mine what this one is, what all these are put together are, and especially if you put an antenna on it. So that one, you're with what the way you get for free from, oops, I need to do that. Sorry. The way that you get it free is being in a good area, right? So if you're in this area, you get it for free. So, all right. So Roy put on YouTube. He lives in 7663 Country Field Drive. Let's see if Sacramento comes up. Yep, Sac. And my mother-in-law lives up in this area, so I'm about to. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people doing some stuff, but she actually lives in Woodland up here, so there's nothing. But anyways, yours is right here, and it looks like you have one next to your area. Do you? I don't know if you have one pattern. I'm not sure what that is, but you have all these guys that are around you as well. So you're not in like the worst area, but you're not in the absolute best area. You could, if you wanted to go and, like I said, have a niece, or if you have kids, or even if you want to go and pass out flyers in this area to the houses, and just let them know, hey, this free device will generate some passive income, and you were to go talk to them, you'll probably have a lot of people sign up, and you can cover this area, and you're going to make more, and obviously you're going to mine more, and then you get a percentage of what coming in with the mining. So that's it's a good area too. I thought Sacramento would be a little bit more covered than this. So I tell you what, you have it at your head. Look at, dude, Davis over here, university. Isn't the university in this area? Like, if you were to get a hold of these college kids and have these college kids go and blanket this area, you'd crush. You would crush. But all right, cool. Let's go back over to my Facebook here. Hard to see. I'll shoot you a message with my address. Okay, cool. No worries, brother. I'll take it. All right. Somebody else said they were looking at Tampa. Right? Did I see that? Hard to see. I think that was you, Toby, looking for Tampa. And we were just there. But let's go ahead and do it again. One of the guys, Rob Metz, was on here. You could tell somebody in Tampa is working their tail off, because all these blue ones are all planned hotspots that are in this area. Okay. Now the orange ones are the ones that are reserved. So that means that these people have gone in and reserved theirs and claimed theirs. Okay. So here's Tampa. If you were to live in this area right in here or right in here, and I know it's hard to see, and I'm sorry guys and gals, but right in here, or like this area right here, because you're right around the dumpster, you'd be one of the first ones. Especially if you lived right in this area right here, you would be good to go. Send me a message with your address. What I'll do is I'll run an assessment and I'll send it to you. The assessment basically looks like this. What it's going to say is, let me get to it real quick. Assessment. Come on. Where'd you go? All right. So the assessment basically looks like this. It'll be an email or a text. If you wanted to give me your cell phone, I can send you a text as well. And it'll tell you what your address is, and it'll tell you, hey, reserve your hotspot. And once you clicked on it, it'll reserve your hotspot, or it'll tell you to claim it. But it also will tell you kind of, oh, never mind. He already ordered his. If this is a game changer. Like everyone is sending it to, they're all claiming it, because it is that much of a, I mean, when they see what it mines and what their neighbors have done, they're just all in. So this is another guy who hasn't claimed his yet, but what I'll tell him is what the nearby hotspots are doing, what the nearby the monthly earnings are doing, the current rate of AT&T. It doesn't say yet, like what happened to be built around, but as I showed you guys already, man, when you build around, like let's just take a look at this guy here. He's by mine some 16, 13. And the way that I am teaching us to do it, though, is with these antennas. So the antennas go, and the more that it talks to, the more AT&T that it mines. And these guys could they could have had theirs for years and just put it, seen something on eBay, purchased it, put it in their house, and look at it. I mean, it's 9.74, right? So if you were to go through and have it way raised up, you're just gonna mine more. But enough about that. Anybody else with any addresses want to see, or any, maybe not addresses, but maybe just your city, to see what your city looks like? Because Tampa's a very good city. Anywhere in Florida, I mean, anywhere that you see blue, people are going crazy, man. Miami, I love it. I love it. Any other things on? All right, cool. We got Wesley Chappell. I'm probably butchering that name. He lives in Wesley. There you go, Florida. All right, cool. And anybody that's sending to me this that are looking and you're interested, you could either, if you're on YouTube and you're catching this as a replay, you guys could go to dustinmansell.biz. That's DustinMansell.biz. And you could friend me on Facebook, or my number's in there too. You can send me a text message or an email with your address, and I will do a full assessment and send it to you. You can lock your spot right now. So this isn't, just write it down, dustinmansell.biz, because that way you could get your claim. So right in here, there's no name on the YouTube thing, but you know who I'm talking to. This is Wesley, Florida. You can tell that it's not that many in the Wesley area, which isn't a bad thing. A lot of people look and be like, oh, there's none, I'm not going to do it. It's not a bad thing, because if you were to go and be the one that put all these blue ones or these orange ones, if you just covered this with orange right here, guess what would happen? You make a lot of HNT. You'll mine a lot of HNT. It's just what will happen. So this is a good area too. Santa Paula, California. Look at that. Somebody's building in your area. Okay, I'm not sure. I kind of know this area a little bit. These are mountains. There's a lot of houses and businesses in this area here. You can tell that there's some that are right here. So a lot of blue ones, people have planned their hotspots. These orange ones have reserved them. So if you had in the area right in here, you reserved yours, you'd be golden. If you lived in this area, you'd be golden. Anywhere around here, and you built out this area, all this stuff right here, you'd be golden. I don't know how many. I want to say that there's a lot of. Nope, this isn't. A lot of farms in this area. It's been a minute since I've been here, but Gilbert, it's not a bad area too. Once again, friend me at dustinmansell.biz, and I will. I'll do an assessment with you right now to see what it does. If you're not afraid, if anybody's not afraid to give me their address right now, I'll do a plan hotspot and assessment as we speak, if you guys wanted to. What else we got? Ashland, Kentucky, about 40,000 people. Anthony Gamble coming in. Here we go. What do you got here? Ashland, Kentucky, 40,000 people. Look at that. So this is another one that is beautiful, brother. You have some of these clusters that are coming to this area. So you could either, if you didn't want to do it, put one in your house. You could simply go and put one in all these other houses. Oh, you already have yours ordered. Cool. There you go. So what I would do to make sure that you're one of the first that get yours is I would go and start talking around this area right here to get a 6-pack, right? Because if you start building the 6-pack around here, and that blue one's probably you, you've probably been talking to somebody, you're going to probably get yours first. So it's good though. I like it. Let's go back to YouTube. All right. Gilbert, he wants to do a planned hotspot right now. So let me see what we got here. let me show you guys how it's done, how easy it is. And if you become an affiliate with us, how easy it is to do this. Okay. So his location is 518 Gieberson Street, Santa Paula. All right. So what it's going to do is I'm going to say Gilbert's house. Gilbert's his first name. It's definitely not Gilbert. It's Gilbert. His name is Ruby. What I'll do here is I will I'll send this to myself for now, and then I'll send it to you after this, right? So I'm going to agree to the terms. I'm going to plan the hotspot. Let's see what the system does. It's going to tell me, okay, cool, nice one. This location can use some coverage, and it's eligible to send a virtual mining assessment. So what I would do is I would save, and I would send this to you. And I would do the same stuff. It's going to go to my email. Unless you want it to go to your email, Gilbert, you can put your email in the comments, and I can put your email in right now, and it'll send you an assessment exactly what your neighbors are doing and how, it'll just send you an assessment. So if you want to send me an email, you can. I don't know if I have you on Facebook or not and how I can send this to you after this. So definitely, if you don't want to put your email in the comments, go to dustinmansell.biz, friend me on Facebook, or send me a message. Or there's also even, if you go to dustinmansell.biz, it will give you my email. So you can email me if you want to. Also give my cell phone number. So you can send me a text message or you can call me, you do whatever. But I want to send this to you somehow, some way. Look at you coming through clutch, brother. I love it. All right, boom. Oops, email. All right, so what this just did now, it has sent you a, hold on 1 sec here. I'm just going to send it to my number because it might make me put it in. All right, cool. So it sends you an email. Open that bad boy up, claim your spot. And then if you want to, you jump in with our team. You can start building around you. You can tell there's people here that have planned hotspots, but they have not confirmed their spot. So be the first one to confirm your spot. All right, let's go back over to YouTube or Facebook. All right, we got nothing on Facebook coming up here. We do have some people watching. If you guys are catching this on replay and you stuck around this long, make sure to, on Facebook, that means you're one of my friends or you have a way to send me a message. Send me a message with your address and I'll run an assessment for you. It's free. You don't lose anything. Nothing at all. By the way, this thing cost about they say about average of $5 per year in power. That is it. This thing right here, look how big that is. Okay. So if you want one of those passive income generators, let me know. You're in Huntington, West 2 has 100,000 people. Yeah. Well, when we're looking at your thing, Anthony, I seen that. And you do. I mean, all we're doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is trying to paint this with as many as we can. Right. Right now, I just had one that's going to confirm here in a minute. We can hopefully take over this whole area here. Same with, if you go down towards the coast, there's some of the coast right here. If you want to take a drive down the coast and go talk to some of the people in here, if you lived in this area right here, you're a good shot. You're getting one because you're in a pretty good area. So I think we're going to wrap up here in a minute unless anybody else have any other YouTube comments. That is it, though, guys. If you're catching me on YouTube, once again, Dustin, and I'll go and put it in the comments, dustinmansell.biz. Friend me, send me a message. We'll do a free assessment for you. It's free. What do you got to lose? All right, guys, that's all I got. Dustin Mansell checking out from, we got one more before I get out of here. Papua New Guinea. I'm just murdering all the names right now. Let's see here. You probably have to give me a little bit more than that, I guess, because it's just bringing me to looks like the closest there is in Port Moresby. And there's, where'd it go? Where did Port Moresby go? There it is. It looks like there's none that are actually there physically right now, but it looks like there's a planned one and somebody reserved theirs. So good area to build around for sure. If you live in this area, if you were to cover this whole area, I mean, you might not get it in the next month or two, and maybe even the next year, but in 2 to 3 years, I don't know when the chips are going to start coming heavily, but at some point they're going to want to cover this area. And if you're the one painting this area, you're going to be doing pretty good. All right, guys, that is all I got. And I'm going to get checking out. I'm going to go eat some dinner. You guys have a magnificent rest of your evening, and we shall talk soon.